Grab some blocks and we're going to start. Let's start in a child's pose. I will be kind. I will be kind. Yeah. So start in child's pose. Yeah. For some reason, this isn't comfortable in your body. Of course, make like a little adjustments. You're dripping. Okay. Well, if you get hot and you get a little, I'm wearing a sweatshirt too. I don't know why. All right. It's a little condensation. Won't kill you. Won't kill you. So have your arms any which way that feels good. If you're nursing some sort of injury, maybe having them back, loosely grabbing the base of your feet. Arms could be forward, more traditional way. Connect here to your breath. As you know, we move through the practice utilizing Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose, through the back of the throat, and then follow it up with a nice, strong, full exhale through the nose, through the back of the throat. And as long as you're breathing and you're moving, you are successfully doing a yoga flow. Any point during the practice, pop back into this child's pose if you need to regroup. Drop your seat back a little more, everybody. Energetically, if your arms are forward, have them active. There's a lift of your forearms. There's an engagement of your outer triceps. Yeah. Good. Press up onto all fours into a tabletop position. Your hands can come in a little closer when you do this. The tops of the feet could be on the mat. I like them curled under because it gives the base of your feet a little stretch. Yeah, inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. Just keep it pretty basic right now. Exhale, round the spine deeply and look in. Yeah, arms are active. Inhale, sinking the spine down and looking forward. Exhale, rounding, arching, looking in. Perfect. Again, inhale, sinking the spine down, looking forward. Exhale, rounding and looking in. Good. Come to a flat back tabletop position. Extend the right leg back into space. You lift it up so it's hip height. Yep, just lift it up so it's hip height. And just feel for a moment. And notice what happens when you lift your leg, you automatically want to open your hip, but that's not the goal here. We're going to try and rotate the right thigh down so the pelvis is neutral. The lower belly draws in. Yeah. The left arm reaches forward. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg is what we're going for here. And your gaze, your drishti, recommended to be the front skinny edge of the mat. It really does help with focus and balance. Fix your eyes on something. And you're just kind of free floating in space here. Opposite arm, opposite leg, you're growing nice and long. You can have the foot flexed or pointed. Know which way is actually wrong. Just kind of feel your way through. Stay with it. So stabilizing the body, stabilizing the breath, stabilizing the mind. On a sharp exhale breath, your elbow and your knee are going to come together. You're going to round in like a little baby, little like nookie, little thing, whatever. Yeah. And then extend out. We're going to be making up words today. Yes. And then hug in. I don't know what's going to come out. Yeah. And then extend out. So on the out, you grow bigger. And then you come into yourself like a little ball, like a little noogie. And then you extend out. And the out is a little more powerful. One more on the in, you hold in. On the end, and the out, you get really big. How are you? Hand and knee to the floor. Yeah. Hand and knee. You could release, Danielle. I know she was still in it. Yeah, it's okay. Extend the left leg out back into space. Lift it up. Hip height. Pause. Okay, here we are. Now reach the opposite arm forward. Pause. Bring your hand in a little closer to be easier. You're less of a reach. Yeah, there you go. Connect. Let the shoulder draw back into the socket. There you go. Firm up. Engage. Neck is neutral. The breath is with you. Lift your arm a little higher. There you go. Elbow to knee. Draw in. Do it slow so you could really feel. And you may not touch. It's just the direction. Extend out. Make it a little bit more energetic. Hug in. Yep. Do it slow. And then extend out. Yep. Hug in. And then extend out. 2 more times. Hug in, squeeze. Extend out. 1 more for good luck. Hug in. Extend out. Hand and knee come down. Good. Curl the toes into the mat. So here you're going to be in a hovering tabletop position. So it looks like this. So you're hovering in your tabletop. Lift your knees. Pause. Your right hand's going to come to your left shoulder. Your right hand will come down. Your left hand to right shoulder. Your left hand comes down. Your right hand to left thigh. The right hand comes down. The left hand to right thigh comes down. Try not to move your hip. So hands may need to come a little bit closer. The opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Move like that. Opposite hand, opposite thigh. Everyone's going to be moving in different directions. So just kind of get the hang of it. You're in a hovering tabletop. Yep. Neck is neutral. Breath is flowing. Yeah, you may do 3 of them really well. You may do 20 of them and do a terrible job. So I go with the 3 and do them really well. Okay, do 1 more round. And then meet me in a hovering tabletop. And pause. Activate your arms. Draw your navel in and up. And then lift your hips up, down dog. Perfect. Yeah, it makes the moments that are simple so fantastic. Yes. There's as much bend behind your knees as you need this morning. So that may be a lot. If the backside of the body is super tight, you have to pay attention. We want our upper torso nice and long. Yeah, the shoulders move away from the ears. The thumb, the index finger, the baby finger, actively press down. Yeah, your toes spread wide. So Chrissy, bend your elbows a tiny bit and move your shoulders away from your ears and then hold. That's it. Danielle, you've got room if you want to move your mat an inch up so you don't break a toe. Yeah. Perfect. You're holding down dog. Your neck is neutral. Your eyes, most likely, it looks like a lot of you are all over the place. So see if you can hone in on one spot, even if it's for a few breaths, and your drishti shifts and changes. Good. Your breath is flowing. And you're happy to be on your mat. Roll forward plank. From dog to plank for the first one, sometimes it takes a little bit of maneuvering to find the sweet spot, but you want your shoulders directly over your elbows directly over your wrists. Your weight is forward onto your tippy toes. If for some reason this isn't, calling your name today or you're nursing an injury, the modification would be to drop your knees. Please take modifications. They are helpful for us a lot of the time. Lead a little with your chest. So your chest kind of like leads this parade. So rather than leading with your head and your neck, you're kind of feeling like your chest is moving forward. You're activating the center line of your body. So think about your belly button and squeezing your entire body into that direction. You're feeling the ground. The ground's got you. Your neck is staying neutral. Your breath is with you. The second your breath goes someplace else, the pose ends. Hips go up and back, down dog. Roll forward plank. So this is all we're going to do the whole class. Yeah. And you're going to be so happy now. Plank position. You're in a plank. Maybe you need to modify. So drop your knees if you need to modify push-ups. Halfway to a push-up that works for you. Elbows slide by your side body. So dropping these knees can be helpful. Oh boy, for most of you. Arms straight in plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back. So if you things or people are behind you, just lift with awareness. Lift from your inner right thigh rather than just flopping the leg into space. Point your right toes. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Your arms are straight up and down. If your lower back is sensitive this morning, the option would be to keep your hips a little higher. Looks good, Tracy. Arms are really active. Now look forward with your eyes. Step your right foot all the way forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Step your left foot forward to meet your right top of mat. Long spine on the inhale, breath. Feet can be together, a little separated. It's up to you. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. So you want to move with kindness in your body. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to set you up. Step to plank. I don't care which leg goes back first. When you arrive in plank, decide what kind of push-up suits your practice this morning. Halfway to a push-up that works. Re-straighten your arms to a plank. Good work. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back. So as you lift the leg, lift from your inner thigh. You want your shoulders and your hips to stay square. Point your left toes. Come forward and hug your left knee towards your navel. Give it a good squeeze. Arms are straight up and down, so you kind of pick how your hips need to be. Look forward, look all the way forward, and step your left foot all the way forward and through. Be on your fingertips for a beat. Step your right foot forward to meet your left top of mat. Long spine on the inhale breath. Hands can always come to your shins as an option. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Super energetic in here. Yeah, drag the hands to prayer. Wow. Drop your arms. You should start giving shots of espresso. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. It's that time of year, I get it. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, plank. I don't care which foot, but try and alternate. Right. Halfway to a push-up that works for you, but hold your push-up. Up dog or cobra. So you decide what's best for your body. Try not to pick the easy way out. The right path is the best way. Downward facing dog, hips go back. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step, step, or float top of mat. Long spine right here. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank or float light. If you're going to jump back, I recommend landing in a low push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Just like this. Keep moving. It's the meditation. Arms go up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare yourself. Step or float. Chaturanga. Or take it out if you got an injury. Up dog. Nice work. Press even. Hips go up and back, down dog. Little more energy. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine, prepare. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go up, clearing the cobwebs. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine, set it up. Step or float, vinyasa. Yeah, you just step, step, and move through. Move through the up dog. Meet me in a down dog. One more. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Float to the top. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float, chaturanga. Up dog pulls you through. Good. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe the right leg up and back. Pause. Come forward, hug your right knee in. Give it a good juicy squeeze. Look forward, step your right foot forward and through. Walk it a little to the right. You may want to slide blocks underneath your hands. It's helpful. Drop your back knee down on an angle. When I say on an angle, that's just so the back knee isn't jammed into the mat. Good. You're going to rise to a supported lunge. I can do this side. The other side I can't do. I'll get there. Yeah. Uh-huh. So get a little heavier so you feel a little bit more like you're pressing and you're opening up your front left thigh. There you go. Right thigh slides back into the socket. Nice. Hands to frame your front foot. Slide blocks underneath your hands if you think you need it. So it's kind of like a little hamstring release, but your back knee is not going to move. So it's just going to stay like this. You're going to inhale straight and flex the foot. The blocks are helpful if you feel really tight. You're going to exhale, rebend, and create a little bit of an up dog. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little baby cat-cow. So you're going to round and look in on the flex. You're going to rebend, and you're going to sink the spine. Keep the neck neutral, though. Hug in, round. Yeah, go just like that. Rebend. One more, straighten. Look in and round. Yeah. Rebend. Good. Keep the hands down for a moment. Curl the back knee up off the ground. You're in a low lunge. Rise, high lunge. There you go. Back knee may need to have a little bend to it. It's up to you. Side body nice and long. Arms are going to stay straight up and down. You're going to straighten your right leg on track 3/4 of the way. You're going to hug your outer hips in and stay high on the ball of your back foot. Rebend into the front thigh, not the knee. Back leg stays zipped up. Yes. Try it again. Straighten the front right leg about 3/4 of the way on track. You're doing great. Rebend and sit into the thigh. One more time. Straighten the right leg on track about 3/4 of the way. We never want to go pin straight. Rebend the front thigh. Hands to frame your front foot, plank position. Lean on your left hand and take your favorite version of a side plank. So that may be a supported version, right? You may even drop down to your forearm if you're nursing some sort of shoulder, elbow, wrist thing going on. Yep. Your hips are aligned. Yeah. Top arm straight up or up and forward. Feet are flexed. You're still in the pose. Plank position. Pause. Hug your right knee in. Same leg. Yes, we're doing the same leg again. Step the right foot forward and through. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Root to rise. Warrior one. Come on up. Step, hug your right hip in and under. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So what happens with the right hip? It has a tendency to jut out. You want to grip your hip in, not from your knee, from your hip, and then anchor. And then the left rib spins forward. Good. Same thing, straighten the front leg on track about 3/4 of the way. But as you do that, take the left side of your body more forward. There you go. Rebend into the front thigh. Good. Straight up and down with your torso. Again, straighten, firm up the legs, side ribs. Rebend into the front thigh. Nice. One more time. Straighten the front right leg on track. Do it slow so you feel the engagement. Rebend, hold. Take it to the floor through a vinyasa of choice. So listen to what your body needs this morning. Yes. Maybe you need to modify everything. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Lift from your inner thigh. Point the toe. Come forward, hug your knee in. Give it a good little juicy hello. Look forward with your eyes. Step your foot all the way forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Have the blocks nearby if you know you're going to need them. Drop your back knee down on an angle. Make sure the knee isn't like jammed up into the mat. Rise to a high lunge first. First, you go a supported lunge. Sorry, supported lunge. This looks good. What I would suggest is have the thigh more on an angle. See how Danielle's leg is more on a, yeah, drag it back behind you. It's going to be easier. Yep. Hands to frame your front foot. Slide blocks underneath those hands if you need to. You're going to straighten the left leg and flex the foot. Yeah, you're going to kind of round and look in. So round and look in. And then rebend and kind of arch the spine and look forward. Try not to do it with your neck. Yeah. Do it again. So you're going to drag yourself back, straighten the leg as much as it's going to go. Don't force it. Flex the foot, round in. The blocks are helpful for a lot of us. Rebend and kind of arch and look forward. Again, you're going to kind of slide back and round in. You're going to rebend and pause. Integrate the kneecap. Maybe you have to curl the toes into the mat. Activate your back leg. Rise now to a high lunge. Yeah, maybe you have to soften that back knee a little. Yeah, arms are straight up and down. Side ribs long. The same drill here. Straighten the left leg on track. Do it slow. I went a little overboard with the music. Rebend. Rebend. Re-straighten. Yeah, there you go. Again, bend into the front thigh. It's this time of year you can listen to this. Straighten the left leg. Good. Rebend into that front thigh. Pause. Hands to frame your front foot. Let's hit plank. Lean on our right hand and try your favorite version of side plank Vashisthasana. I mean, we live in New Jersey. This is like, you got to listen to a little Bruce. Yeah. Stack it open. Any variation. I'd rather you be in a supported variation and be able to hold that option than be in something so complicated that you can't maintain. Looks good. Plank, slow. Hug your left knee in. Same leg. Step it forward and through. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Rise, warrior one. Arms straight up and down. You got it. Straighten the left leg on track, but keep a soft bend behind the knee. Take the right side of your body and anchor it and spin it more forward. Now rebend into that front thigh. There you go. Try it again. Straighten the leg on track. Scissor everything together. Rebend into it. One more. Straighten, zip it all up. Rebend and then hold for a breath or two. Nice. Take it to the floor. Vinyasa of choice. Plank to a push-up, up dog, or a cobra, depending on what's happening. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nice. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Get there light. Long spine. Fold. Hit chair pose. Weights in your heels. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Sit deep. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your version of a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. So you just want to move kind of very deliberately. Hips move up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands. Back foot turns. Rise on your breath. Looking good. Chaturanga push-up. Up dog is smooth. When you peel for the up dog, press even. Hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot lands. Everyone's a little different, so we all move slightly differently. No rush. Rise. Chaturanga. Some of you look really serious now. It's actually kind of scary. Up dog. Yeah. There's no perfect yoga poses. There's no perfect yoga practice. It's just movement. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine when you arrive, fold into yourself. Heavy in your heels for chair. Sit deep. Take all that energy, shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Keep going like that. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair. Stick your butt back. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth, even keeled is what we're looking for. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Yes, there's some momentum happening. Rise. Chaturanga push-up with happiness and joy. Upward facing dog feels amazing. Remind yourself of that back bend. Hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot lands, the back foot turns. Here we go. Chaturanga. If you can't laugh, then, there's really no point. Upward facing dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Pause. We'll do one more, and then that'll be the last one of these for now. I told you I went. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. I'm glad I got you all laughing. Long spine. Fold. I like it. We'll shift. Chair pose. You know when Spotify gives you, yeah, and just like clicking it in. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer. It's fun. Drop your arms. From the top of the mat, from the top of the routine, chair pose. Sit deep. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare, step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Come up on the breath. Rise, warrior one. Chaturanga push up, to the floor we go. Smooth operation here. When you hit your down dog, that's when your left foot steps forward and we rise. Warrior one. Back down we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Meet me in a down dog. Good, so your arms are straight. You're gonna look to the top of the mat. You're gonna hop all the way through and lay down. When you hit the floor, you're gonna lay down completely flat with the block. Yep, with the block. You're gonna lay flat, legs out. So this is to check in with our coordination and our core. The legs go up, the arms go up. So it looks like this, okay? Everybody's gonna start with their head and their shoulders down. So the legs are straight and the arms are straight and the arms are directly over the shoulders and the legs are directly over the hips. Obviously, if your hamstrings are tight, you can have a little bend, okay? So you're gonna hold the block in the center and it's gonna be opposite arm, opposite leg. So it's gonna look like this. The block will stay up, the opposite arm, opposite leg. The block isn't dropping. It's going to stay as the center. Yes. There you go. Hand's going to come back up. The leg's going to come back up and you're going to go opposite. You got it? Yep. It works on coordination and core. Take the first few with the shoulders down just so you can kind of get the hang. And you're going to lower your leg to a spot that works for you. The most challenging will be to hover it. So if your back isn't great, maybe you just go halfway. As you do this, you're staying very engaged in your core. Everything is very long. Now, as we start to create more heat, more tempo, you can lift your shoulders and your neck up to create more intensity. Here we go. Now it gets exciting. Keep going. So maybe you slow it down. Maybe you're jacked up on coffee and you pick it up. Keep going. Not your neck. Keep your neck long. Nothing's moving. Keep going. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, keep going. This is great. You got the hang of it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the block up. Split the legs open like a V, and then you're just going to pull straight forward for 1, 2. Yeah, reach to the block. 3, 4, 5. Lower back spreads, feet can flex. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay with me for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Great. 4, 3. Arms are straight. 2. It's not a lot of movement. 1. Hug your knees in. Drop the block to the side. Rock and roll for me several times. Cross your ankles. And with a little excitement, get yourself through a vinyasa. Okay? Meet me in a down dog. Step your right foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. And from the ground up, find triangle. Yeah, so you need your core, which we just activated. Perfect. So and if you get to the triangle, you're like, that didn't work. I need to reset from the top. You reset from the top. Everything here is just a suggestion. Have your hand touching something, either your shin or a block. Yeah. Perfect, because I want you to feel there's like a link between your hand and your shin and you kind of pull up. Soft, a little softness behind that front leg and the strong activation of your back left leg. It looks very good, nice alignment. If you are using the block's to the outside of your calf. Our Jody squared looks solid. Okay, hug your hips in. And keep your neck neutral if possible. Awesome. So from here, you're going to look down and you're going to step up into Ardha. So it's essentially the same pose. You're just adding the balancing dimension, which is for some of us awesome, for others of us a challenge. So don't anticipate, just go with it. Use the block. Your hand can also press into the front of your shin, or you can work on lightening the load of your bottom hand. The left arm spreads open, and I would focus on flexing your left toe super strong. Lila's all about binding, so you could follow her lead if you'd like to. Totally up to you. So I'm just going to make one suggestion with the bind. If you are binding, okay, the kick has to go behind you, not up towards the ceiling, behind you. So for it to go behind you, we have to continuously turn the right side of our body. Yes. Stay with it. If you fall, who cares? You try it again. If you took that bind, you're just going to release to a regular Arta, very slow. Together, we will transition back to triangle. So step back light. Yeah, and if it didn't work out, so what? You try it a different way. Triangle. You okay, Trace? You got it. It's not an easy transition, but you did it well. 2 more breaths. Circle it to the floor through a vinyasa. You've never been so happy. Chaturanga push-up should feel pretty good to pull through that up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. All right, we're in it to win it. We're going to step the left foot forward in between the hands. And from the ground up, you're going to find your variation of triangle. So utilize the block, have your hand somewhere across the shin. Open up your back foot enough. Yeah, Chrissy, open up your back toes a little more, and I think it'll be easier. Perfect. Remind yourself that your shoulders and your arms are set up like a side plank. So you don't want your left shoulder crunching all the way up towards your ear. You want it very long. Yeah, so there's an energetic line that you're creating through your upper torso, through your side body, through your legs. Your feet are anchored, your legs are grounded, your breath is creating the shape. And you're just here. You're here in this moment. You're not thinking about the next pose. You're just being patient and letting your body kind of do its thing. To keep everything, just look down and see if you could step up seamlessly and arrive into half moon. Maybe your hand presses into your shin. Maybe your hand is on a block out in front of you at any height. Always keep a little soft bend behind that standing leg, the foot forward and the hip gripping in. Seems I got a little bit away from our Christmas music, which is good. Yeah. Add in the bind if you choose to. I don't know what comes next though. Now we went towards jam band. Yeah. I don't like to make any sense. Yeah. See, keep turning those bottom ribs. You got it. Nice. Very nice work. Say a few more breaths. If you added in any sort of bind or balance, just find your way to a regular Arta first. First, a regular Arta. And then see if you could seamlessly back to your triangle pose. Sometimes there needs to be an extra step. Sometimes you can just kind of step back into it. Pull up on the front of the shin and really broaden that front line. Open it up. Stay here. Nice work. 2 more breaths. Circle it to the floor. Let's move ourselves to a vinyasa. Keep it simple. Chaturanga push-up if it's there. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the right foot forward. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Don't come up. Grab your block. Snoogie it to the instep of the right foot. Take your right hand and press into the block, the back of your right tricep in. Yep, and then extend the left arm for B variation from the ground up of extended side angle. You got it. So the back of your right tricep presses into the instep of the right leg. Steph, turn your left foot so it's on the mat. It's warrior 2. Open up. There you go. Grip your right hip under and turn your ribs. If it's too much, you can always rest your arm on the top of your thigh. That's an alternative. Add in a half bind if it feels good in your body. Only if it feels good. If your shoulder's compromised, please just stay. If you are going for a full bind, just make sure there's a lift of your torso, your chest, and you're kind of hooking yourself up and back. Yeah. Crown of the head's moving forward. Get a little heavier in that front thigh. Activate your left leg more. and breathe. You want to breathe your collarbone and your chest open. Warrior two with some energy, pull it up. Soften the shoulders, ground yourself, close your eyes, go inward here. Yep. Wrap that inner right thigh open. Lengthen your tailbone. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Steady your mind and your breath. The feeling is temporary. 3 more breaths. Circle it to the floor, vinyasa. You got it. Move through an up dog. Should feel pretty good. Hips go up and back, down dog. So just kind of staying tight to the sequence. The left foot steps forward, smack in between the hands. The back foot turns on a sharp angle. You reach for your block. You snuggle it in there. The left palm goes flat and the right arm peels open. So when we work from the ground up in some of these poses, it's very grounding, very stabilizing. Yeah. To think about your left hip and kind of hugging it under, see how it's winging out a little. Yeah, no, your back foot is perfect the way that it is. Yeah. I would turn your back toes a little more forward. It may be easier. Your back foot, your right foot. Your right foot, turn it. Yeah. Add in a half bind, guys, a full bind, anything that kind of, speaks out to you. Or just be basic. Never basic. Apu, turn your left ribs towards the ceiling. There you go. Karen, no pain. Back out if you have pain, please. Stay with it. A couple more. Nice, Daniel. You kind of get to the pose and you have to settle into it. Warrior two, as you come up, anchor and use your legs and open your arms big. Good. Soften the shoulders. Calm your mind. And close your eyes for a few breaths. Lengthen the tailbone. Wrap the inner left thigh open and sit deeper. Feel your feet on the ground. Don't go dark. Happy thoughts. Circle to the floor, vinyasa of choice. You got this. The up dog is nice. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float top of mat. Get there light. Long spine on the in. Exhale, fold. Hit your chair pose with excitement and joy. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. You're going to hook and twist towards me. I'm over here. So listen, if your left knee and your left side of your body is like totally acting up and it's swinging past the right side, don't twist as much. Yeah. Hands can be in prayer. They could be knuckled together. You don't want to white knuckle yourself though in this pose. Yeah. Spine is long, weight is in your heels. Chair pose, pull it around, keep your arms energetic. So you're going to press to stand and drag your right leg up to a 90-degree angle with your arms to the sky. So you're just balancing on your left leg with your right leg at a 90-degree angle and your arms stay active. Good. Keeping the leg in space, okay? Just keeping it up. You'll take your left hand to the outside of your thigh and peel your right arm back. I like everybody doing it this way to start because you check in, you see what's going on in your body. It's really about creating a nice solid alignment for this pose. So the dancing Shiva doesn't have to be with the leg forward. If you want to extend the leg forward, you'll reach down and grab the outside of your foot. I'd rather you just stay with the bent knee if that kind of is creating a better pose. Eventually looking sideways, looking all the way back. Stand up tall. Pull around to center. Keep the leg up, straight or bent. You pick. Arms straight up. Activate your arms more. Lower your right foot to meet your left foot and revisit chair. Sit deep. Sit deep into your chair. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. You'll hook and twist towards the left now. Good. Kind of linking everything together. Alignment first, breath supporting that. Keep the two knees, the feet, the shins, everything aligned. Open it up how it suits you best, or just stay. Chair, pull it around. Strong in your legs, chair. Your arms are active. You're gonna press to stand, and when you press to stand, the left leg's gonna come up to a 90-degree angle. So it's kind of like one motion and you flex. Everything's neutral, strong flex of the left leg. Side body nice and long. The right hand will come to the outside of that left thigh. The left arm will peel back. Everybody start with just the very basic version of this because it's solid. And you can stay. You can really work on your alignment and standing up very, very tall. If you'd like to challenge yourself and move on, you know your hamstring flexibility is there this morning, give it a go. The hand slides to the outside of the foot. The leg that's moving forward may not go completely straight. The leg that you're standing on has to be straight. Yeah, that's where the growth of the pose is happening. Two more. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. Keep the arms up, stay active, guys. Lower the left foot down to meet the right, drag it to prayer heart, and stand for a beat. So just stand and feel. You can close your eyes for a second. Yeah, feet are about hips width together, hips width distance. The block, have it in front, because the next pose you'll definitely need it. You can blink your eyes open when you're ready. Your right hand will come to your hip, and your left arm is going to go up, okay? Your right leg is going to be the leg that you balance on. There's a learning curve for everything that we do, so this does not have to look pretty, okay? You're going to stand on your right leg, shift all the weight into your right leg. The left leg lifts an inch. So we're going to come into like a very slow moving revolved arta, but what we're going to do is keep the right hand on the hip and tap your right hand to your left hand to your right shin, okay? And then you're going to pull it back up, and you're going to come back to a standing position. You may need to put the foot back down on the ground, because the outer hip's going to burn. Try it again. The arm's going to stay up. You're going to slowly start to bend. It's kind of like an RDL. Yep. And then lift it back up. It is an RDL, just there's no weight. Good. Got it? Try it again. Slow and steady wins this race. It's not a race. Hand to shin. Pull it back up. Nice and slow. Reset. One more. Pull it up. Bring it back up to stand. And on this last one, you're going to hit regular revolved arta. So you're going to slowly start to move, and it's going to feel like a dream. Slide a block and then peel open. You got it. Good job, guys. So listen, the top arm may not open up. You can just have it on the low part of your back. Nice. Soften the right leg. Lift from your inner left thigh. Scissor the inner thighs, 2 more breaths. Right hand down, giant step back, low lunge. Drop your back knee, please. Rise to supported lunge. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath, lean way out, hook the elbow and twist. Yeah, so first you get in this way, you see what's going on because the hips were activated. And then, yeah, I know. And then you decide if you want to engage that back knee. It's totally up to you. You're still getting lots of good stuff from this version with the knee down. Spine is long. Yeah. If you are engaging the back leg, it's really charged up. It's like a plank. You want to look sideways, look up. Try not to look back. We have the tendency of rounding our spine. So look sideways, look up, Karen, rather than looking back. Yes, lean back a little bit. Two more. Hands to frame your front foot. Step through vinyasa just to kind of release it all. Yeah, up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there one more time today. Long spine to prepare. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Take a moment, pause, reset. So we're going to be balancing on our left leg now, okay? So it's going to be on our left leg. The right hand will come to hip, the left arm comes to hip. Yeah, see, I can't even do it. Right arm up towards the sky. It's good. You challenge yourself to kind of work your brain in a different way. So on the left leg, just start by floating the weight into the left leg and kind of lifting your right foot. So just like flex the foot. So actively engage that right side. Then as you begin to pivot, keep your hand on your hip. Your hand is going to touch your shin. Try not to open the hip, keep everything neutral. And then you'll bring it back up, straight arm, straight leg. You may need to put the foot down to take a breath or keep it hovering. And then you float back. Do it nice and slow. And then bring it back up. You got it. Engage everything. Do it slow. See if you can tap hand to shin or somewhere there. Good. Bring it back up. We got this. Again, tap hand to shin. Bring it back up. Come down into twisting half moon. Right hand to the block. Left hand can stay on the flat part of your back. That was a great job. Use the block at any height that works for you. Flex your back foot strong. Spiral your inner thigh down. Look sideways. Look up. If the arm opens, wonderful and great. If it doesn't, get over it and just have your hand on the flat part. Let your shoulders slide down your back. Scissor your inner thighs and twist open. Left hand to the floor. Pause. Giant step back, low lunge. Well, you'll place the knee down on an angle, how we started the practice. Rise to supported lunge. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Lean out a little bit, hook the elbow and twist. This is an awesome way to take this posture. Yep, back thigh can just be down, or you can begin to engage that back knee and lift it up. There you go. There's a little lean back action. There's a gripping of that left hip in, a charging up of that back leg. These look beautiful. Spine nice and long. You're just breathing yourself open. There's so much power in this posture. Hands to frame your front foot, plank. When you hit plank, slow push-up, chaturanga. Pause in the push-up for a beat. Drag yourself through a slow back bend of choice. Take an extra breath. Hips go up and back, down dog. Slide your right knee forward for half pigeon. Yeah. So what happens is you get little gifts in the practice, right? There's little, like, it's like little cookies that are left along the way, little treats. Well, then you need to change the conversation about pigeon. Or don't do it and do a different pose. Those are the options I could support for you. So the old way of teaching was that if the poses you didn't like were the poses that you needed. Right. I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like sometimes they're just not, you're not cut out for it. But you could always change and evolve. Switch. Just switch sides. Stay quiet and just go for it. And this side could offer different things, different obstacles. So don't anticipate. The opportunity to be still is a gift, not just the posture. So you could see it that way too. Use the strength of your body, start to come up, lean onto the left side, and swing the right leg around. Lay down on your backs. Move the blocks with you if you know that they support your back bend. Set yourself up for bridge followed by wheel. So a couple different ways. As you know, you can take this. You can slide your feet on top of blocks. The setup is exactly the same. You're just elevating your feet. You could choose to slide a block underneath your low back. Yep. Perfect. And then you bring yourself up into a bridge pose. Start with bridge. It's good to start with this, and then you can add on. Good. So there's a lift from the tailbone to the backs of the knees. Yeah. Inner thighs turn down and under. Feet are forward. Exhale the breath lower. When you hit the ground, you reset. If you're on a block, just stay. Repeat or adding in full wheel if that speaks to you today. So when you flip your palms, they should go directly over and fingers should face forward. Elbows hug in. You bring your chin to your chest. You come to the, bring your chin to your chest. Take a giant breath in. Try not to come to the crown of the head and then lift yourself up. As you come up, even out your feet placement. They should stay forward, inner thighs wrapping down and under. If you're just repeating bridge or supported bridge, good for you. Lift a little higher, everybody. Exhale the breath lower down. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Let's just do one more. Let's finish strong. Any version that works for you. If you're on a block, maybe you lift your legs this time, you elevate into more of an elevated shoulder stand. Here we go, lift up for the last 5 breaths. Nice. The blocks are great in full wheel because it elevates your feet, which is going to give you more space to lift from your low back. You don't want to tuck, you don't want to go into that low spine. We want to lengthen. Nice, lift a little bit higher. Exhale the breath, lower down. When you come down, remove any objects out from underneath you. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a pretty juicy squeeze. Pull your knees down around your rib cage. Yep. Flex your feet. If you can't reach your feet this morning, don't stress. Just grab the backs of your thighs and pull your thighs down around your ribs. Lengthen your tailbone. Hug the knees in and drop them over to the right. Upper body just a little to the left. So a 2-legged spine twist. Try and keep the thighs and the knees in line with the hips. Yeah. I like to pay attention to the left shoulder at this point in the practice. Make sure it's not popping up off the ground. You're staying grounded and close to the floor. Your right hand can encourage your left thigh to come closer to the ground. Come slowly up to center. Shimmy your hips a little towards my voice and then drop your knees the other direction. If you went the wrong way, no sweat, the opposite way. Hips and knees are kind of lifted high, and that's going to keep you nice and stable. Right shoulder blade stays down, and your left hand can encourage your right thigh closer to the mat. You're right. Your left hand. Yeah, there you go. I don't know right from left anymore. I'm over it. Come up to center. Give your knees a big squeeze in. And find your way to rest. Complete rest for the next 2 minutes or so. I need you to be still, so make yourself comfortable. If you have to go sell a house, you can leave. Yes, go sell the house. So set yourself up now, guys. Have a good trip. Complete rest. Start to come back. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you prefer to stay down, please listen to that. Arms go straight up over the top of the head. A nice full body stretch this morning, and just find that length. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And rock up any which way that suits you. Sit up nice and tall. The goal is to keep the eyes closed, stay in the final moments of this practice. As you sit up, feel the effects of this morning's practice in your body. Your hands can come to a soft prayer. Bow your head. Have some gratitude always. It is the best attitude. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have an awesome afternoon, have a great holiday week. I will be back a week from Friday on the 29th to teach one last 2023 year class. I can't wait for 2023 to be over and start 2024 on a positive note. I will see you then.